All right, guys, so officially the payment went through after that sales call. Kind of wanted to show you guys proof. The payment is up for $1,500. I don't know if you guys can see that. $1,500. You guys see that? I kind of blocked out the email though, just for privacy purposes, but $1,500 on Stripe for today, not too bad. Adding an extra $1,000 to the monthly recurring revenue. And this is exactly how I was able to grow my agency from 0 to 7 figures. So if you guys want to learn more, I teach this on my YouTube channel, just a ton of free content. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. What up guys? Today's another sales call. Today's call is with an electrician. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna do it live, try to close this deal for you guys. And if you guys like more content this, let me know. I'm just gonna make a call. I'm gonna put on speaker with you guys. So for those of you trying to grow your agency, like, comment, subscribe.
Hey Jordan.
Hey Jesse, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for giving me a call here.
Yeah, no worries. Did you have a good Thanksgiving with the family?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. I have some extended family down in Alabama, so I drove down there.
Oh, nice.
And actually, I had called you last time. I think when I was driving down there, so I was in the vehicle at that point.
Oh, did I not answer?
You did. We spoke. I think we spoke just a couple days ago here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've been talking to so many people on the phone. I don't even remember who I talked to and who I missed. But
I'm sure.
But yeah, I know I missed your call. How can I help you, Jesse? What's going on?
No, you're good. Yeah. So I need some help, kind of walking through a situation we've run into. So basically, I don't know if you had I sent a text. I'm not sure if you even get text to this line, but basically, we want to add electrical pay-per-click, and we use you guys for it, right? So in a sense, building out a new campaign, right? Adding a subscription with you, so to speak, for the electrical side.
Okay.
You guys have done like electrical before. I assume I know you've done plumbing and.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it for like all types of local service-based businesses. We've had some electrical companies in the past, but are you currently running Google Ads right now for it, or what are you guys currently doing?
No, we have local service ads. We've got our website. We've got AMG, Thumbtack, Home Depot, Duke Energy. We get a lot of different leads from those sources, but we've got 3 guys out in the field, 4 guys out in there in the field for that. So we've got plenty of capability for what we can put on the calendar for. And so the tricky part is we started plumbing, and it is different than electrical. It has filled up so fast, and we just have the master plumber who is kept busy. He's trying to hire someone on to get that.
Nice.
The catch, the spot I'm in here, and you maybe help me walk through this. It's almost as if just at the moment we don't need it on the plumbing side. It could be a month or 2, and we need it. We need it on the electrical side, right? We have plenty of guys. We could put up a good budget on there, stronger, and then get leads for that because we need them. So what I was thinking, is there a way, I don't know, to pause our subscription with you guys on the plumbing and move that to electrical and do that? And probably 2 or 3 months we would resume on plumbing as well. But it's just not making sense for us. We have all the room for work we need on the electrical side, but plumbing, just a weird sequence where we got slammed on it and we don't see any end to that. So is there a way to start electrical with you guys and I don't know, somehow put a pause on the plumbing and just keep it on standby? I know we have the $1,500 a month charge. We're trying to work out the best way to do that so we're not keeping that idle. We're still recurring that.
Yeah. So yeah.
With you guys, we just got in a really weird spot this last month and a half, and just so happened right as we.
Yeah, no, it's busy for plumbers. In November, December is a pretty busy time for plumbing companies for sure. So yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Okay, so how would we go about that? We could use the work for. We could use. I mean, let me think here. We could use probably another 6 to 8 calls a day for electrical. It's a pretty good amount of work. We're able, maybe even 10 calls a day.
Okay. So for electricals, is there like a specific type of like electrical job that you're trying to get? Like what are you trying to advertise specifically within the electricals? Is this just general electricians?
Yes, it is. And so I'm sure you guys have seen more on that. It seems like people when they're searching for electricians, at least advertising, they don't even know what they're looking for specifically. There's not necessarily a specific offer we run. It's more just general electrical. A lot of people bite on the fact that we'll give them a free estimate for that.
Free estimates, got it.
Which, like if in my eyes, if I were to go to a Google ad, I would not be looking for a specific offering. I would just look for, electrical problem ? Free estimate. That's as simple as it.
Perfect.
It would be in my head. So we need to start something like that. I don't know if this is something you guys can do, but is there a way to pause the plumbing and our subscription with you guys for that?
Yeah, so what we would do is, yeah, we can just pause out the campaign on the plumbing. The plumbing your guys' plumbing campaign is actually performing really well. So it's sad to see it on pause. If anything, what you could do is, if you guys are way too busy, what you could do is, well, number one, we can pause out the campaign, yes. But number two, what you could also do is we can decrease the monthly budget. So I think right now we have the budget at $1,500. We could lower it to $500, $750 or whatever. You'll still see some phone calls come in here and there. It won't be as much, but you'll get to keep the campaign on if that's something that you're open to doing. Or do you want to pause out the whole entire campaign?
Let me take here. So I'm just thinking of like, okay, you guys are $1,500 a month for the management of it. I just know that in the next 2 months on the plumbing side, we're trying to hold off.
Oh, you guys are pretty slammed on the plumbing side, huh?
Yeah, there's only just the one technician. He's got 5 or 6 calls a day. We're trying to get another one on. That's really the problem is he just has to get someone on, and it happens way faster.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we have two options. We can pause up the campaign, or we can just lower the budget on the campaign, and you'll see less calls come in, but at least you'll be able to keep the campaign on.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
We can cut it in half, or however, or depending on how many calls you want. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are really, really slammed, then yeah, we can cut the budget in half to $750, and then that way you can keep the campaign running. And maybe for the month, you might see, I don't know, maximum of like 10 calls, maybe 10, I'd say like 5 to 10 calls for the month.
Okay, gotcha. And we're at like 3 so far. I know, and which is fine because we don't need it. But you were saying that hey, if we were wanting to ramp it up, we'd have to,
Yeah, if you wanted to ramp it up, then you would increase the budget for sure. But if you guys are pretty slammed right now, you guys not really trying to get more calls in, then what we could do is just cut the budget.
Okay. Yeah, let's I don't know, let's cut it in half, or just where we might get maybe a call a week, maybe.
A call a week, okay. Yeah, so I think let's cut it in half, and if that's still getting you too many calls, which I don't think it will, but if it does, then we'll cut it again. But $750, I think it's a pretty low budget where you're not gonna see a whole lot of calls, but we'll still be able to keep the campaign running. Okay.
Sounds good on the plumbing side. On the electrical, how do you usually see it perform? Because we got into plumbing a month and a half ago, and it seems much easier than electrical as far as getting leads in. Like, it just seems like they come in, they convert, they sell. What do you see with the electrical on the pay-per-click side? Do you see it pretty successful as well?
With electrical, I mean, it's obviously not like I feel like the volume is not going to be as high as with the plumbing. Number one. Number two is that the people who are searching up for plumbing, I feel like they're a lot more ready to let's get started like right now. With electricals, I feel like the conversion rate might not be as high. Like for every 5 clicks, we're not going to see a lead for every 5 clicks. It might take a little bit more clicks on our ad for us to actually convert. But essentially, the process and everything is still going to be the same. We still do the keyword planning. We still do all the research in setting up your campaign and things like that. So everything is still going to be set up like the right way and how we did it for your plumbing. So it'll perform well. It's just the intent of the searchers for electricians and electricals in general. It might not be as high as plumbing, but that's not to say that hey, the campaign's not going to perform well. The campaign will still perform, and I think it's best if we just start running the campaign, and we can always make adjustments as we go. And we'll kind of see from the data.
Gotcha. So okay, I'm just trying to feel out what may happen. Because if we get calls, and like we were saying, we can handle more volume on that side than off the budget.
Yeah, we can start the budget like what we did for the plumbing, and then once we start seeing calls come in, we get more consistent data. We know what the cost per lead and things like that looks like. Then all we gotta do is just start increasing the budget. We'll see more volume.
Okay. Did you have an idea what the cost per conversion
for cost per call? I'd say it's gonna fluctuate. I want to say electrical cost per click is gonna be similar to plumbing, if not, I would imagine less. The cost per click is gonna be less. So I want to say the cost per lead might be around the same or less. But like I said, we won't know for sure until we start running the campaign. And then once we have the data, we'll know for sure. But as far as my ballpark, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be around the same as plumbing, if not less.
Okay, gotcha. And say in the end, if we wanted to spend say our goal is to say 2 or 3,000. Say we were like, hey, let's spend 3,000. We could move the budget to 15,000, and it would spend that 3,000 faster. so we could.
Yep, exactly. So if we increase the monthly budget, that means our daily budget is going to be a lot higher. So that means we're just going to be spending a lot faster. So what typically happens is that, a client will set their monthly budget with us and we'll run the campaign. And then I will reach back out to you when I feel that the campaign is performing well, the numbers make sense. I'll say, hey, Jesse, the campaign's performing well. Our numbers is where it needs to be. If you guys want, we guys are in a position to scale. So if you guys want, we can increase the budget to see more volume. So I look at all the data, and once things make sense to me, I'll reach back out to you guys, and then you can make that decision on, hey, are we ready to scale or not?
Okay, gotcha. And then I'm trying to think of the last thing. Any luck on trying to get that booking widget?
Yeah, so the booking widget, it was a little confusing, not confusing, but the way that integration worked with the software that we use to build out the pages, it was kind of, I don't know, it wasn't working for whatever reason. We tried reaching out to support and stuff like that. I'll reach out to our web developing team again to take a look into that. We just had, we've been pretty backed up with new clients coming in, so we've been building out pages for them, but we'll revisit that booking calendar. Is that something you wanted to have on the electrical side too, or is it just for the plumbing side?
Yeah, ideally both of them, but especially the electrical one, if we have that too. We've since having it on our website, we've had a lot of people use it. They seem to like the convenience of just getting onto the schedule right there without having to wait for a callback.
Right.
So yes, ideally, if we could get that up, that would be.
Did we talk about putting that calendar on the thank you page? Are we putting that on the main landing page? Do you remember us discussing about that?
I thought we had talked about that briefly. I forget where we left off with it. At least on our end, ideally, if it could just be on the
main page.
They see it in there, right in the main page.
Okay.
Because we've had a lot of people on our website.
Right.
Because we had the form fill prior to the just direct booking, book online button where it pulls up the calendar essentially where you can just get onto it. And we've seen a lot of people book online in proportion to the form fill. Right.
So what we could do, we'll put it both on the main page and the thank you page, and then we'll test to see if if it hurts the conversion rate or not. If it does hurt the conversion rate, then we'll remove it from the main page and we'll just leave it on the thank you page. But to start, we'll put it both on the main and the thank you, and then we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Sounds good. Yep.
I was just gonna say, as far as the electrical campaign, it's pretty much the same process. We'll send you the onboarding form. You fill it out, business information. We'll do the research, and then we'll start building out your campaign. It'll take us right now, it's gonna take us about a week and a half to build everything out. And once we're done, we give you a heads up, you give us a green light, and we go live with it.
Okay, sounds good. What was the general time frame you had expected? I'm sorry, you probably just said that.
So it's gonna take us about a week to a week and a half to finish the campaign. Once we go live, you should start seeing results coming within that same week.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll send that onboarding form over. And then, did you have any other questions, Jesse?
Would you guys offer some sort of break if since we're adding an additional kind of service with you guys? Is there anything you offer like that?
Typically, we don't, because this is a whole nother campaign. This is it's essentially like a different campaign, right? It's like brand new. What's your marketing budget going to be for this campaign?
Just for this electrical specifically?
Yeah, for electricals.
I mean, if it converts, if we can get it to convert, we're getting business from it. We want about 5,000 is what we want to actually spend.
Okay. Are we starting off at 5,000 or less?
So I forget, your guys' fee is 1,500 and and you have the 500 to build it out. Is that right?
Yep, correct. The one-time setup fee for 500, yeah.
So I guess what we actually want to spend would be 3,000 then.
3,000. Okay. Yeah. So what I'll do, Jesse, is if we keep the plumbing campaign running, I'll do a $500 discount on the management fee, so it'll just be $1,000 a month since you're gonna have both campaigns running, and then we can do that. Does that work for you?
Okay. Yeah, that would be good. That helps with that question of keeping the plumbing on idle. So.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, no, sorry. We just came on at such a strange time.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I know it's a busy time. Like a lot of my plumbing clients right now, just in the month of right after Thanksgiving, pretty much. Like it just starts picking up. So I thought that you were gonna call me to increase your budget on the plumbing side because you're like, hey, we want to take advantage of the season and scale it up. But if you guys are already too busy with that, then we can wait on that a little bit later then.
Yeah. We just the one guy versus we've got
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so
I hear you.
We're kind of lopsided businesses in terms of they say that any home service business, HVAC will be half of it, plumbing will be 30%, and electrical will be 20%. That's what the industry standard is, they say. So we started with the very smallest with electrical, and we're trying to add plumbing. So we're not, so we're figuring it out. But.
I hear you. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll send the forms over, and then we'll get started on with you on that. Do you know when you're gonna be able to get that form back to us?
I'll get it back within 24 hours.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, and did you have any other questions for me, Jesse?
I think that'll be it.
Okay.
I'm sure we can go back and forth via email.
Yeah, if anything comes up, just shoot me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as possible through there.
Okay. Sounds
Perfect.
good. Thank you.
Okay, talk soon, all right? Take care.
All right. Have a good trip.
Bye-bye. All right, just closed pretty much a deal for $1,000 on the management, another additional $500 on the setup. This is an existing client that is already running a plumbing campaign for us. They run a plumbing campaign and an electrical business or whatever. So we're charging them $1,500 on the plumbing side, and then this one is gonna be $1,000 for the electricals. Usually we don't really give discounts, but it's an existing, it's gonna be pretty simple if he's gonna be running 2 campaigns with us. So essentially it's gonna be $2,500 a month if we just add up both the management fee, and then plus a $500 setup fee. So that's pretty much how the sales call goes. And the reason why these guys, like the conversation is so much more warmed up is because through the presentation is through the VSL that I've been talking to you guys about. So if you guys want to warm up your leads and have conversations that warm on a sales call, then you guys need to build out your personal brand. You need to create that VCL presentation. I talk about all of that through my masterclass. There's a free link. You can learn all about my systems on how I've been able to set it up, scale the agency from 0 to 7 figures. And if you want to scale your agency and you want to go through that free masterclass, I'll leave the link in the description. So go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, so officially the payment went through after that sales call. Kind of wanted to show you guys proof. The payment is up for $1,500. I don't know if you guys can see that. $1,500. You guys see that? I kind of blocked out the email though, just for privacy purposes, but $1,500 on Stripe for today, not too bad. Adding an extra $1,000 to the monthly recurring revenue. And this is exactly how I was able to grow my agency from 0 to 7 figures. So if you guys want to learn more, I teach this on my YouTube channel, just a ton of free content. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Yo.